Afghanistan. Yeah, long way from the US, long way from home. Out here getting it. But yo, basically a little bit about myself. Real name, Bobby Akers. Like I said, professional name, One Son. Yo, originally from Lynette Valley, Alabama. I live right now in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Basically, I'm still over here doing, you know what I'm saying, what I do. But also I'm still doing, you know, my music. And that's basically true to my heart. So what I do, you know, when I'm here, you know, I'm also, I teamed up with the USO, and I'm doing a spoken word, and it's working real good. Hip hop and spoken word, a lot of people try to separate the two, but it's the same thing, basically. They like cousins, you know, but a lot of people think when it comes to hip hop, especially nowadays, it's not poetic. So that's why I like, you know, getting in that realm, you know, to prove, you know, how false that is, that you can still be an MC, you still can be poetic, and you still can be in the rap music. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, like I said, you know, they left hip hop alone and they just strictly doing spoken word. More power to them, but I still want to represent the art form. Like I said, it's one of the same. And basically, yeah, a little bit more about myself. Like I said, I started in Alabama during the time when Southern hip hop basically, it was only going on in Houston, Texas. We rap a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know, Big J Prince, Scarface, Ghetto Boys, and it was going on in Florida, you know what I'm saying, with Luke, Scott Walker, Two Live Crew. Really, that was the only thing going on. And I was, you know, striving in Bama, you know, trying to do my thing. You know, me and a couple of heads, you know what I'm saying, I want to give a shout out to MC Groove, give a shout out to my man, Filthy Mac, you know what I'm saying, they was, you know, grinding with me back in those days. And also, I moved to New York, you know, I got with, you know, basically a management company called Hannah Production, and I started out, you know, just doing my thing, you know, battling MCs, you know, in Brooklyn, wherever I had to go, and just kind of get my rep up. And went into the military, you know, stayed there a couple of years, and it was real productive for me, because while I was in the military, I was opening up for some of the major artists that was out at the time. You know, I was opening up for Craig Mack, I was opening up for Blackstreet, I was opening up for Outkast. I was still, you know what I'm saying, doing my music, even though I, you know, was in the military. And big up to my command, you know, because they held me down. They saw that, you know, it was a lot of potential in what I was doing. And so a lot of times they let me skate and go do shows, you know, when I, you know, was supposed to be doing other things. But like I said, big up to them.
Indie Heat Video Magazine is going down. Definitely, we back at Mez Studio in Afghanistan, and I got with me none other than One Son. What's going down, family? Oh man, it's all good, man. I'm here with the man, the myth, and the legend. Now I hear you've been doing some big things out here, not only in Afghanistan, but throughout the theater, like Iraq. You've been doing like a lot of different performances. I mean, you like heavy in the rap game right now, like in the music game, period.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, man. You talking about the performances and everything for Iraq and Afghanistan is concerned. Yeah, I used to do a lot of shows in Iraq, man. I mean, the thing is, I would do a show, and I mean, real talk. Before I would do it, they bring in the bomb sniffing dogs, man.
What?
Yeah, real talk. Commanders would only distinguish their personnel, you know, to drive me personally to the show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Convoy, man. You know what I mean? And yeah,
that's big business right there.
It was one of the, you know, things that I always remember. You know, how they basically held me down and how they was looking at, you know, the morale of the troops and me performing for them, bringing up the morale. And they was like, yo, whatever we got to do, we're going to get you to the show. You know what I'm saying? So they put me on the convoy and help me out.
All right. Now, what you got going on in the States as far as like with the music?
Yeah, my latest project is called Canvas. I got a single out right now called Enchantress that's playing on the radio, you know what I'm saying? Also, you know, MP3 Wax, you know what I'm saying? They took it on and blasted out to all the DJs.
Okay.
So I'm getting a lot of, you know, big pub from that, a lot of interviews going on, you know, a lot of video drops. And, you know, I do it right while I'm right here, you know, so it don't stop. Also got my video out called Ola A, you know what I'm saying? It's doing real well. You know, you can check it out on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know,
let them know your YouTube too.
Yeah, One Son 07, ONESON 07. You know, check it out. You check out all my videos, performances.
Okay, yeah, you know, now I was checking you out myself, seeing that you've been in a couple of newspapers and a couple of magazines, and then I also seen you on the Apollo. And I'm like, what up? One Son is on the Apollo, and he didn't get booed. So that was a good thing. You know, New York is a tough crowd.
True.
How did you feel getting up on that stage?
I'm gonna tell you, yo, I actually used to play in the IFL for 2 years. I played in the International Football League, and it's in New York.
Okay.
You know, so basically, I got with all the guys that I used to play with. They all came to the show and they was like, look, man, you know, you used to live in New York. Say you from Brooklyn. If you say Alabama, they gonna boo you off stage. I'm like, nah, man, you know, Alabama is my heart, it's my home. Yes, I used to live in New York, but, you know, I'm claiming Alabama. If they don't like that, so be it.
Exactly. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at anyway, so, you know.
Yeah. So I went out and, you know, basically did my thing, man. And this is, it was in 1997, so we talking about, you know what I'm saying, some years ago. That's how long, you know what I'm saying, brother, been in this thing.
Alright. That's what's going down. So, what are the major movements that you have that's currently going on in Afghanistan?
Well, right now, I'm hosting a spoken word once a month. Basically, you know, it's called, basically, you know, like I said, spoken word poetry jam, and it's doing very well. Man, it's like, you know, the house is being packed, everybody coming out, displaying their skills, and just, you know, speaking, you know, their mind. And it's just an outlet, you know, not only for, you know, soldiers, contractors, and everybody that's over here. We have Afghanis that come through with poetry. So, I mean, spoken word, it's a universal.
I remember you had that girl, she was under the stars.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's a universal language. And like I said about spoken word and hip hop, you know, it's all the same. And being a lyricist, one thing, you know, I like to display is my lyrical skill by, you know, stepping up and displaying it through spoken word and also through my music. A lot of, you know, people, like I said, they don't think, you know, hip hop and poetry or spoken word is the same, but, you know, it's the same thing.
The same thing, just put to a rhythm with the beat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I feel you on that. So where do you see yourself going with the music biz as far as like, are you going to continue it, or are you know, going to be managing other people, or like what do you see yourself going?
Well, you know, I'm an artist, man, so this is what I do. So, you know, I'm going to own an independent label, Phenol Entertainment. You know, me and my wife, Shani, you know, she's my partner. We've been, you know, running our label for, you know, a while now. You know, and basically, like I say, it's just, you know, something that's embedded in me just to be an artist. And I don't pigeonhole myself and say, you know, this is the type of music I'm going to do. You know, I let the fans and the people that, the consumers, they all judge that, but I do what I do, and I do what I feel. You know?
Okay, I feel that. Also, like, who were the artists that inspired you to get into music?
Well, yeah, Curtis Mayfield, man, you know, he's one. I like his stories and how he kind of like, you know, painted a picture of the ghetto, you know, through, you know, his wordplay and his songs. You know, talking about, you know, the Pusha, that whole Superfly soundtrack. Marvin Gaye is another one. I like, you know, how Marvin Gaye, what he brought to the table, just being a soulful dude. And also in the hip hop field, we talking about Rakim. I like how Rakim, you know, he just basically came in and changed the way, you know, everybody would think rapping should have been. I mean, before him, you know what I'm saying, you talking about Sugar Hill Gang, you talking about simplistic lyrics. And then Rakim just took it to a whole nother level. Yeah. Ice Cube is one. You know, I like how Ice Cube, you know, brought the, you know, mentality of a black militant, and also street knowledge.
Okay, okay.
I like how he
now with Ice Cube, now do you see yourself getting in any movies or anything like that?
Yeah, I've been in 2 movies already. I was in a movie called Almost Time. You know, I was, shout out to the Tellis brothers for having me in that movie, and also for shooting the video, Soldier Story and Remembrance of the Fallen that they did for us. I was also in a movie called Dirty South, which is in Atlanta. I said 2. I was also in another one called The Riff. Antonio Fargas, Huggy Bear, he was and Nia Peoples, you know, they was in that movie, so I was in that one too. You know.
Alright.
Yeah, so definitely in the future, man. Yeah, acting is definitely something that I would, you know, like to, you know, keep honing my skills.
Now you got like music, like not only online, but you got music that's like getting played in Europe and Japan, and you know, how does that feel and how does that work?
Well, my first project that I did was called Poor Man's Testimony, and basically, before then I did a project called Soldier Story. I started seeing how online sales started, you know, boosting, and how being online, you connect to the world, you being an independent artist. Because I started getting a lot of emails and a lot of sales from Japan.
Okay.
And it was, you know, real surprising, you know, and to the point where I got interviewed by one of the hip-hop magazines in Japan, online magazine, you know, called Players Ball. You know?
Alright.
Yeah, and he interviewed me, man, was saying how to, you know, I mean, he was like quoting my lyrics and this and that.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, very. It was amazing, you know, and that just led to other things, like, you know, with, you know, performing, you know, in Germany and just being on Big FM radio, that's the biggest radio station in Europe. You know, they hit me up and asked me for an interview, and I interviewed with them. They played my song, Hard to Kill, you know, they had me on that song. And then they interviewed me again for a song called Keep Trying. Hard to Kill was on a project I did called The Voice of the Bad Dad.
Okay.
Keep Trying was on a project I did called Microwave.
Now you also did a song for 9/11 too, right?
Yes, yeah. That was on the Soldier Story project.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a project called Soldier Story. I had it, the concept already written out. Basically, we were getting ready to drop it July of 2001, and then 9/11 happened, so we went in and dedicated 2 songs, you know, to that cause. And then we did a video, and some of the proceeds went to the World Trade Center Fund.
Alright, and that also actually made the news too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WTBM Channel 9 News in Columbus, Georgia. Yeah.
Alright, so now, I mean, your track record proves itself. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can't say you didn't do it. I seen it. You know what I mean? A lot of other people seen it. What do you got to tell these young artists getting into the game right now?
Well, here's the thing. You know, a lot of people get in just because of the money. But if you're doing what you love, the money gonna come. I look at it from an aspect of, you know, like sports. You know, sports and hip-hop kind of mirror each other. You know, we all come from the same backgrounds also. I mean, you look at someone like Floyd Mayweather, some people look at him as being arrogant, some, you know, people look at him as being whatever. But you cannot ask that man a question about boxing and him not knowing. You know the history of boxing.
Okay.
You know, so the man did the knowledge. You know, you talk to Ray Lewis and Kevin Garnett, okay, he's gonna know basketball. Ray Lewis gonna know football. But you talk to up and coming hip-hop artists, a lot of them don't know the history. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that you're into, no matter if you're, you know, studying to be a doctor, studying to be whatever, you gotta do the knowledge of it. And hip-hop is no different. It's no different than any other profession. You gotta do the knowledge. You gotta know who Grandmaster Cass is. You gotta know who Grandmaster Melly Mel is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know who Devin the Dude is. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta know who Luke, you know, Skywalker is. You know, you gotta know who Brad Jordan is.
Alright.
You know what I mean? You know, you gotta know these things.
That's real talk.
You gotta do the history. You gotta know who Todd Shaw is, Too Short. You gotta know this, you know, Clifford Smith, you know, you gotta know this, you know what I mean?
Alright.
You gotta do the math.
Alright. Now, you got any shout outs to your people that you want to give?
Almost definitely want to shout out to my crew in Atlanta, Green Tea. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for, you know, Green Tea. They're doing their thing. They got table straps that comes on. Basically discussion about hip hop. Also my boy Dot, Nice Monster Dot, Dirty Record Productions. Want to send a shout out to my man One Dog. Want to send a shout out to Pharaoh, OG, D-Rebel, rest in peace. Big Money, rest in peace. Definitely want to send out a shout out to my sister, Lady Storm in Atlanta, doing her plays. Go look, check her plays out anytime you hear Lady Storm. Go check her plays out. Also want to send a shout out to my family. Want to send a shout out to my beautiful wife, Jane Akers, Saini. Also my kids. I love y'all. Daddy be home. Daddy always grinding. Y'all know that.
All right. You got your websites out so that way they can get you online.
Hit me on Facebook, One Son. Also, you can check me out on iTunes. I'm on Rhapsody. I'm on Napster projects. The new project, Canvas, Microwave Age, Poor Man's Testimony, The Voice from Bama to Baghdad. Check me out, but definitely, check out my new piece, Canvas. And it's definitely is that.
All right, and we just gonna keep it so Afghanistan, cause that's where we at, baby. Mez Studio. Big shout out to Doug. With Fake Studio Productions. Made it happen out here. Recording everybody out here, and he's got everything going down in line. We'll see you when you get back. Holla at your boy. We out.
Yeah, I also want to send a shout out to Joe, man. Me and Joe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Joe.
Me and Joe did a masterpiece, man.
Joe.
Right here in Afghanistan.
It's a club banger too.
Oh. Hey, that fam, you gonna have it first.
Holla.
Yo, what's up? This One Son. We're in Mez Studios in Afghanistan. My boy Sope in the heat. Check this out. Some Emily Pac and Biggie, but I'll be the next Marcus Garvey, reviving an army of zombies. Come journey through the filthy Dixie, where we marched in the 60s. No Theodore Kaczynski to blame for the flames of church sites with our hands gripped tight, we stilled away. Soon like the dream died with MLK, until a young DJ named Cool Herc became a cultural phenomenon that motion, encouraging to put down the guns. Some spun on linoleum, MCs stood behind mics without podiums, with powerful messages. A beck and call came from the Bronx. American watch the new nation respond. As the DJ spun, it was one nation under a groove. Watch us move in unison. This is what Martin was talking about when he yelled out, free at last. One nation, one race, and one class. Hip hop.